Hey everyone, it's Eric and Roy with another Shop Talk episode in our Hatchet Cast series. This is episode 3, ST33. And today we're going to be talking about the EOTECH G43 3X Magnifier. And yeah, Roy's going to throw out some quick details, and then we'll talk about our pros, cons, experiences, blah, 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 all that stuff that was cool about it, and some things that could have left some more things to be desired. But, Roy, give us some deets.
So first things first is this bad boy is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting at $600. I think EOTECH lists it for $670 roughly.
Yeah.
On their website.
Like Chris says, it's going to cost you a lot of bags.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheddar there involved in buying this. So it is not your relatively more affordable option that's out there on the market. So it is definitely expensive. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
This optic weighs about 11 ounces roughly. Probably the best piece of detail or spec that's on it is the eye relief. The eye relief is 2.5 inches. And where that comes into play, obviously, is how close you have to get your eye to it before you have a clear box that you're looking through.
Yeah.
All right. And 2.5 inches, in my opinion, is a nice, comfortable zone where you don't feel like you're directly on top of your optic.
Yeah.
Anybody that's shot an ACOG or shot
a magnifier.
A typical normal magnifier that's out there on the market, like the aim point magnifiers and the typical G43 magnifier that EOTECH offers, you have to be right on top of it. They're like 1.5 inches for your eye relief.
Yeah.
So you really feel sometimes uncomfortably close depending on your shooting position.
Yeah, or I have to like collapse your buttstock for some, just to be able
just to be able to get to it. So you can run, if you're a taller guy and you need to get your head a little bit further back from the gun and you got to run your stock completely wide open, that additional eye relief is huge. So that's probably my favorite piece of this magnifier.
Which it really is pretty groundbreaking. Which, by the way, just got to throw this disclaimer out there. This magnifier was not given to us by EOTECH. It was provided by gunandammoshop.com, which is Roy's shop. But if we do ever get something sent to us by a company, we will say that in an episode as a disclaimer, which American Defense Manufacturing actually did send us a magnifier flip-over mount for it, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But kind of going into the G43, let's talk about clarity.
Clarity was fantastic.
Yeah.
The first time that I got behind it and jumped in and was shooting some targets roughly from 50 to about 135 yards, I was like, I came off the rifle and I was like, dude,
this is nice.
Yeah. This is
for $650, but it better be freaking laser. Yeah,
it should be.
Yeah,
but it was super clear. No, and it's a hot day.
Yep.
Not incredibly hot. It's Florida in December, but but there is a little bit of mirage and things like that you typically get with some magnified type optics.
Yeah.
And I was cutting right through it. It was nice and clear. It made easy work of any kind of distance type targets, especially walking all the way out to 500 yards where that mirage increases even more.
100%.
That 3X in this is super, super crisp.
Super crisp. And also, it went really well, like a fine wine. It paired really well with the AEMS, which we actually did a Shop Talk episode on that.
Yep.
And we even fit that magnifier and that optic, the AEMS AIMS optic, on one Unity riser, which is built for just an EOTECH.
Yep. So we ran this thing on quite a few different rifles. We ran it pretty much everything we ran, though. At least they're all very similar. We ran it on 11.5.
11.5 ballistic.
Ballistic. We ran it on an 11.5 Knights.
Yep.
We ran it on a 12.5.
Yep. 12.5.
Ran it on a 12.5. Did we run it on anything else? I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's what we ran.
Okay, so we ran it on top of the Unity riser.
Yes.
We also have ran it on a
Bobro. The daggum friggin'
Bobro riser, and then we also ran it behind Aimpoint T2.
Yep.
On a Knight's Armament night vision mount.
Yep, as well as an EOTECH EXPS3.
Yep. Cool thing about it with that particular size, though, is running it on that one Unity EOTECH type riser.
Yes.
It fit very well because it doesn't take up a huge lot of 1913 space.
Yeah.
And then also running that magnifier behind on the Knight's Armament night vision mount.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It didn't take up a lot of space. It was a lot of real estate still left over.
Yes.
that you could utilize.
Yeah, you could even move it back a little bit if you wanted a little bit better eye relief. You could move it back a little bit on that riser.
Yeah,
itself.
there's plenty of room. So,
yeah. As far as the adjustability of the clicks or the turrets, it was perfectly fine. It has the standard grippy thing from EOTECH, which I didn't mind at all. I like the adjustment in terms of the, what is that, the focus ring?
Yeah, the focus ring.
Yep. Not the focus ring? Are you sure?
Yeah, okay. not the focus ring like the Vortex.
Yeah, so it was really nice to see that, and that EOTECH was able to, obviously put those things into the G43 that had already made the G33 magnifier famous. So,
yeah, if you guys are a fan of the G33 and you've ran the G33 for a long time, in my personal opinion, for the exception of the price of this thing,
yeah,
I mean, you're gonna love it. I mean, you really are. It's
quality.
It's very, very good quality.
Yeah.
The mount that it comes from the factory
has some much to be desired, honestly.
And no, Unity doesn't currently have a mount for it, as far as I know. I don't believe they do. I know that's like one of the #1 questions. Can I put a Unity mount on it? No, you cannot put a Unity mount on it. The factory mount is okay.
Yeah.
It locks down. It gets you going. You can run it. You don't have to spend more money. You can get away with it. But I felt like it was a little sticky.
It was sticky. It was super stiff.
Yeah, it's very stiff. It didn't flip out of the way very smooth.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a fix for that right now, currently on the market.
Yes.
And that is the ADM mount, right?
Yep.
The American Defense mount.
Yep. So American Defense did send us a magnifier mount. And dude, this thing is pretty sweet. It is super smooth when you flip it over, buttery smooth.
Didn't you say it was like the titanium series too?
Yep, it is the titanium series that they did send. So that is their newer series that they have out right now. It did come with 2 different riser options. So if you wanted to have that a little bit higher off of the flip over mount, they did give you that. And it also is adjustable. So there's 3 different holes where you can move the entire optic forward or back. So like, say for example, if you were running something that,
so instead of having to move it on the 1913, you can actually just leave it set. If you have your particular position, you're limited space, like we were on that Unity riser.
Absolutely.
We were limited on our space.
Yes.
We bolted it down, but we needed to get it a little bit further back still.
Yeah.
With the American Defense, that extra hole allowed us to get just enough room to make that perfect eye relief for us.
Yeah, and they did give the set screws and all the different length screws for the different risers that they do provide with it.
Come with all the hardware and everything.
Yep,
that's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, this thing, it looks great, dude. Yeah. I mean, it really. Yeah.
And I just want to throw this out there: stop lubricating your Glocks.
This is freaking. Don't do it. Friggin' no need. If you put it in the comments saying friggin' cheese and rice.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah,
don't lubricate your Glocks.
Yeah.
Now back onto the magnifier.
The dag of So we did take this, and of course at the ranch we always push things out at distance, specifically on AR. So we took it out to 500 yards. Was smacking steel at 500 yards. We actually have some hanging targets out there. I think it's 10-inch plates.
Yeah, 10-inch plates.
Yep, and it was super clear. Like, we had no issues running it. Also, we ran it in several of our running gun sessions, and it got beat up pretty decent.
Like, yeah, it's been used. It's going to continue to be used and be tested. It's going to be passed around the group a little bit.
Yep.
And see what everybody kind of thinks about it. But so far, me and Eric have ran it, and honestly, I really do like it. I like it a lot. Can't wait till Unity comes out with a mount.
Yes.
That way I can rock it behind my T2s and stuff like that. And I like the way the Unity mount, the ADM mount is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love that adjustability in it. I think that they nailed it on the head.
Yes,
it's very smooth as far as the operating of flipping it over back and forth. But probably my favorite thing about the Unity mount is it keeps you in line.
It comes straight down.
It comes straight down.
Yep.
So Unity, I can't wait till you do that. I'm sure you're already working on it.
Let us know. Eric and Roy are waiting for it.
Yeah.
Real hard. So, yeah, I mean, the other thing to kind of throw in about the ADM mount, I know we're kind of beating a dead horse, but it is ambidextrous, so you can flip it and turn it around. So I'm a southpaw shooter.
You want to get it out of your way
from
your charging handle?
Absolutely. Yeah,
that's cool.
Also, if I have the gun slung, it's not hitting my chest or whatever. I have it flipped away from me.
Were there, in your opinion, were there any kind of downsides to it that you really found?
No, actually, I think it just made it better. It did smooth it out, and it's not as heavy of tension flipping it over or flipping it out of the way. It's just enough where it's not super loose, but just enough where it's not a pain in the butt. You know what I'm saying?
Any cons to the magnifier itself?
price point, man.
Price point, yeah, I agree.
You know,
I really agree, and I understand.
You're paying for quality.
You're paying for quality, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, if you're not outfitting tons and tons of guns, then this probably definitely falls into your realm.
Yeah.
If you're outfitting 1 gun, 2 guns, or something like that, and you want to throw a magnifier behind it, definitely go ahead and do so. And I would highly suggest this one.
Yeah.
Glass is clear. We reviewed it earlier in our first Shop Top episode. The Vortex.
Yep, the Vortex Micro 3X.
A little more affordable.
Yeah, a little more affordable.
You know?
However, I think the one thing that you do get out of it that is probably the big takeaway, eye relief.
Yeah.
Eye relief.
Yeah, and the Vortex was pretty close to eye relief, I think. I think the EOTECH gives you a little bit more from my perspective as far as looking behind it. It wasn't as crucial. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as like, hey, I could find myself actually not getting that consistent cheek well.
Yeah.
And shooting off of like 9-hole barricades, things like that. And under cars, running the magnifier, where I was able to still get behind the glass, clean, and make some shots. Yeah. And the other thing is that glass clarity. Comparing that magnifier so far, of all the ones that we have had the opportunity to run, and this one definitely is probably the clearest glass.
Yeah, which it should be for the price point.
Yeah, and making those 500-yard hits made it a lot easier. I mean, we were hitting 10-inch steel at 500 on a 11.5-inch AR. Yeah. So it definitely does the job.
Yeah,
so.
Easy day. Especially when you got a magnifier, you want to see detail when you need to see detail. So if I flip that thing over, it's because I need to see some more specific things or have a finer point of aim. But, I mean, overall from us at Hatchet Cast, I mean... Yeah, check of approval for sure.
Actually, we ran that one time on. So we ran it on behind an Aimpoint T2. It's been behind the EOTECH. It's been behind the Aims. The primary arms, right?
Yes.
The primary arms Holosun with the ACSS reticle. Is that what it has in it? The ACS reticle.
And we're kind of putting that through the trials right now and seeing how it works. But it's legit.
How clear that chevron tip was.
Super.
I've never been the type of person that has been really that. Using that chevron reticle, I've kind of struggled with it just ever so slightly. Yeah. But for whatever reason, that particular combo, running that micro red dot
with the EOTECH,
was solid. Like I was very impressed with that. That's a pretty solid combination.
Yeah, and we're still running that through the trials right now. We'll do a Shop Talk episode on that specifically because I think it deserves its own.
Yeah, I think it does too. Talking about the reticle and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, so if you like this channel. We're a newer channel, but if you can, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. What else can they do, Roy?
Hey, definitely hit that notification and subscribe button, just like Eric said.
And don't put any lube on your Glock.
And don't put any lube on your Glock. Head down to the comments. Comment. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we really care. I mean, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to hear
help each other out down there. That's one of the cool things that we've seen about the comment section so far is guys telling newer shooters. Somebody may ask a question before me or Eric gets in there to comment on it. Somebody's providing some valuable information.
Yeah, or talking about setups and different
talking
ideas.
about setups and ideas. If you guys got some ideas that you want to see us run, some type of different setup that you're thinking about, maybe acquiring.
Yeah.
And you want to get our opinion behind it. Yep. Maybe we've already ran it. We can give our opinion right away. But if we haven't, we'll put it into the log and do a video on it. Yep. So we're new, we're fresh, so we're looking for ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks again for hanging out again with another Shop Talk episode talking about this sweet magnifier. As always, please go check out our Instagram page if you want any back-end stories, behind-the-scenes type stuff, or any updates on things that we've already put videos out on, but we had some updates that we want to talk about. Also, we will be handing off the G43 magnifier off to a channel called Wiseman Company. If you do not follow Wiseman Company, go check them out on their YouTube channel. Ben is awesome when it comes to talking about things within the industry as well as optics, new guns, anything that's new that's coming out and you want to hear a review about it, go check out Wiseman Company. Also, they have some really awesome products online. They're also on Instagram, so go give them a check out. They will be doing a review as well on the G43 EOTECH magnifier. As always, thanks again for checking us out, and we'll see you next time.
Don't lube your Glocks.
Don't do it.